So let's get started. So, some of us might be wondering, so the reason why I created the group, I just want to start from there, is because a lot of people have been asking me how I use ChatGPT basically to do stuff. Like, and people are like, don't even understand, like, they get that ChatGPT is like, people see it as Google, just like Google, but honestly, it's more than that. So, I decided to create a community just for those set of people actually. But lo and behold, I saw about 200 and something people. So meaning that a lot of people like need to know, understand this stuff. Because if you know me well, you know that there's no day I don't use ChatGPT. Yeah. So I'm just going to share my little knowledge or experience with ChatGPT in my industry because this stuff is wide, it's vast. So let's just get started. So hi everyone, I am. Let me introduce myself in case you don't know me. So I'm James Dotton, also known as the AI Brandsmith. Yeah, and actually that name I just ChatGPT helped me to coin it just today actually. Yeah, so I'm a brand and product designer based in Nigeria, and I manage a team of creatives at JTech Design Studio, where we help build brands and digital products. But we work majorly for tech startup and non-profits. Yeah, but most of all, I'm a child of God. Yeah, and I've worked with so many brands in the past, and I'm so happy to like be in this period where ChatGPT is existing because it's in fact it's a lot. So if you are a designer or creative or you're in this period and you're in this period, basically you're lucky because ChatGPT has actually like change the way things work basically. So I'm going to show you some stuff. So I know you to talk about me actually. It's we also focus on ChatGPT, like who is ChatGPT? And I always ask myself this question: is she a male or a female? So I would like to advise you guys kind of like you can rotate your phone to landscape mode so that you can be able to see the presentation clearly on your phone. But anyways, we'll mostly be using we'll be using ChatGPT because I'll be walking you through some stuff. So I just want to do some introduction to what ChatGPT is. Yeah, and also clear disclaimer: this presentation, ChatGPT prepared the content for me. Also, the community, everything you see on the community, ChatGPT is the person that is planning the whole event for me. So I just woke up one morning and said, I want to do this thing. I told ChatGPT about it, and everything just helped me to generate everything. Started telling me the stuff to do, just follow instructions. I'm just like the hand of ChatGPT, creating the stuff for it. So that's how basically it has been working. If there's at any point you have a question or anything, you can kind of use the reaction to indicate. Thank you. So I'd also like to throw this question to the room. If ChatGPT was a person, I know I've not introduced that yet, but at the top of your head, do you think it's a male or a female? I don't know if you guys can just reply in the chat box. Because me personally, I don't know. I see ChatGPT. I picture her as a female. Yeah, I don't know why, but I picture her as a female. So you see why I do as we are going. But I'd actually like to get you guys feedback. It's not because I'm a guy, but actually I don't see. But yeah. So okay. So let's move next to the what we are want to do today. Yeah. So I was looking for the best possible way to like utilize 1 hour to at least do a like overview on ChatGPT and how it can be applied specifically like for this particular session, specifically to brand designers or majorly designers or creators in general. But the thing is that this trip, I want to show you these tips are also applicable to other industries. That's just the one thing about what I'm going to do today. So because I've been a brand designer for about 5 years. I've worked with different brands, different industries, and before ChatGPT, trust me, I know how stressful this whole thing is. But after ChatGPT, before my projects can be like 4 weeks, some heavy projects. Now it's 2 weeks and shorter. Sometimes I have to work with multiple people. Now I work alone. No, not that I work alone, but if I want to work alone, I have the ability to work alone. All I just need is ChatGPT. So I'll show you basically why about that. So we'll just look at the overview of ChatGPT, the art of prompting, how to set up ChatGPT, because that's why I was asking some questions on the group chat to know the, the audience and understand the level that we are in, like when it comes to our familiarity with ChatGPT, so that I'll know how to structure the session. So, but we'll just do a little bit how to set up ChatGPT in case you are very new to it, because some people have been asking me that I can't gain access and this and that. Some people always say they have issue with ChatGPT and all. Then we'll also look at a real life case study, how I actually use ChatGPT from start to finish on a design project. So people will be like, ChatGPT cannot draw for you, cannot design for you. But trust me, there's a way you can do it that it can actually do that for you. But no worry, let me let you say that when we get there. So then I'll have we might have a Q&A session at the end, depending on the time. So let's get started. So to the first question is, what is ChatGPT? In case you are just like new to it, for the newbies. So on the left you can see sample prompts or typical prompts. I just asked ChatGPT. I told you that everything on this presentation is ChatGPT that generated it. I wanted it, this is what I like. For example, this question now: how will you describe yourself to a 5-year-old kid? See ChatGPT's response. I would say, imagine having a really smart friend who lives inside your computer or laptop, or computer or tablet. That friend can answer almost any question you have, help you with your homework, tell you stories, and even make fun games with you. And that is how I'm like a digital friend, always there to chat and help you learn something. So that's what she said. But to me, and that's actually very great description to what ChatGPT is. So people is saying that what is different between it and you see, hopefully the goal here is that I should be able to like convince you and help you understand that this thing is not just, in fact, I don't know why this thing is free, honestly. Like, it's too good to be free. Yeah. So now to me, ChatGPT can be a creative director, but it's already my creative director, a brand strategist. To you, it can be your financial officer, your business consultant, copywriter, digital library, songwriter, developer, UX designer, chef, virtual assistant. In fact, anything you want it to be, all you just need to do is know how to talk to her. That's just it. That's what I just feel. So, and most of all, ChatGPT is actually my best friend. Yeah, sorry, Google. Yeah, there was a time before that it was Google is your best friend. Let Google be your best friend. Let Google be your best friend. But now it's ChatGPT actually. In fact, before I used ChatGPT Google virtually every single day. But now, in fact, I already use Google that much, unless because ChatGPT has an app, so I use the app. So I will see why that is so. So that's a brief overview of ChatGPT. You can obviously Google up some other stuff. But yeah, so if you want to now get proper detail, so it's capable of understanding human-like text. I'm saying all this because of people that like have not even used it before, or not very sure what it can do for them or how it can help them. So it's capable of understanding human text and making it powerful tool in design domain. From brainstorming, I'll show you how I use it from brainstorming creative ideas to generating brand names, taglines, and everything basically in my own industry. But you also see, probably I'm hoping that you'll be able to like see how you can also apply it in your own industry by getting one or two things. So ChatGPT can enhance the whole creative process. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Benjamin. Thank you, Prince. Alright, so ChatGPT, imagine now combining ChatGPT with human creativity. What that simply means is you can generate new ideas faster. Like, and now, like the way I generate ideas for projects. In fact, before it will take me like days. I'll show you some prompts, don't worry. And less routine work. There are some things that I try to like on like every single time, every time I start a project. Now with ChatGPT, I'm doing less of those things. So all those routine stuff, it's now less. Instant inspiration. In fact, getting inspiration before when I want to get inspiration for a project, I'm sure everyone, all creatives can relate. Or it's not really even for just creative, but I'm focusing on creative for now. Yeah, but later on, maybe we'll talk about marketing and other fields. But for creative now, it's for inspiration. Before you go to Google and searching, going to multiple websites. But now, in just one single place, you just talk to it and it gathers everything for you. In fact, it's so crazy. So instant inspiration, unique brand content. You want to create content that is unique to just your brand. This ChatGPT can help you with that. Faster research process. Now my research process has now sped like been is now like way faster than before. Before I could spend like 3 days doing research and trying to gather information about a brand, doing complete analysis and all those kind of things. But now, thanks to ChatGPT, in fact, I don't even, just in that place, I don't even need to go to Google or start checking Google about a brand's competitor. Like check, okay, let's say you are a marketing firm, you need to know other marketing agencies in the industry and all those kind of things. You need to know how they look like and stuff. But with ChatGPT, I just simply was go there and talk to it and tell me, okay, give me information about this brand competitors and tell me how we can be different. So you see, that sped up that whole research process. Now I can do that research in a matter of maybe 1 hour just communicating with ChatGPT. And it's easy to want to get fresh perspective on things because the internet is saturated, but ChatGPT is able to create. I don't know how it does it, but it creates unique stuff every single time. I don't know how it does it, but it's always creating like giving you fresh perspective rather than you just going to see what people have done and just using those things. You can create new stuff thanks to ChatGPT. Refine ideas, quick narratives. The truth be told, before I usually work with a content writer. I don't know whether the person is doing this call, but right now, I don't have need for content writer when I'm working on projects. ChatGPT is like content writer. Before, it's difficult for me to read like large documents. Maybe you give me a 16-page document. With the help of ChatGPT and some plugins, I'm able to read. In fact, I just send, bro, summarize the stuff for me ASAP. I just get this thing, the what I just need from there. 24/7 assistance. I mean, which human being on earth will be able to have his attention for 24 hours, 7 days a week, and knows everything without stress? So, I mean, there's a lot that you can gain from this enhanced learning. So, in fact, this is endless, but so I just wanted to get you excited on what's possible with ChatGPT so that you can get it. All right. So, the next part is prompting. Prompting. So, for those of you that are familiar with ChatGPT, already familiar with it, you might have heard the word prompting. So I just asked ChatGPT, explain the process of prompting ChatGPT to a 5-year-old kid. So think of it like this. Imagine you are playing a game of pretend with a toy robot. You can tell the robot to do anything in your game, like pretend to be a dinosaur or tell me a story about a superhero. The robot will listen and do what you say, then do it in and it's going to do that stuff in the game. So that's how prompting ChatGPT is. So you tell it what you want, like for example, tell ChatGPT, tell me a story about a princess. Help me name my teddy bear. Or and then it responds to you like your toy robot would in that game. So it's a fun way to play and learn with your computer. So that is just what ChatGPT is. So prompting is just simply how you communicate with ChatGPT. So now this is what distinguish a pro ChatGPT user from a basic ChatGPT user now. Prompting. So this is, I know when ChatGPT came out, I believe almost every student should have used ChatGPT. In fact, I used it in school, and I'm sure everyone can relate. This you can just give a reaction if you can relate to what I'm saying, that you should have used ChatGPT for classroom, like reading and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, definitely. For example, for tests, I'm sure you guys know the truth. When you just say it's time for tests, so people that used to talk, you just quickly just go and get some stuff and all. Actually, that's how I read in school. I use ChatGPT to read, so everything. So in fact, I did very open text experience, those ChatGPT, especially all those long books. But that's not where I'm coming from. I'm focusing on the creative side. Like I said, there are different areas, applications. But let's just focus on the creative side for now. So the problem now is now that prompting. The truth is that 90% of people using ChatGPT are using it. In fact, they are abusing it by not using it to the full potential. Why? Why am I saying this? Because they are using ChatGPT like Google. This thing is way bigger than Google, way bigger than Google search. Google search is basically you type something and it shows you a list of websites. Now you still have to do the homework to go and be checking them one by one until you find your information. You might end up checking like 10 sites before you can find, like, gather all the things you want to get. And that's a lot of time wasted. But ChatGPT is doing that for you, and it's actually not really scraping the web online this thing basically. I don't know how it does, but it's trying kind of like generating stuffs that some of them are true most times, sure, but in fact most of the time they are true. So that's it. So this is what we want to focus on. How do you prompt? How do you talk? How do I talk to ChatGPT? Because imagine you have a professor of maybe maths in front with you, or okay, for example, like you have a senior brand designer or a senior designer, like, okay, let's say like someone like Christo now, and you want to talk to him. So you need to know how to talk to him to get the right response. That's the thing. That's where the problem is. So that's what I want to show you within the next few minutes. And I don't know if you know, but there's something called prompt engineering. So because of ChatGPT now, there's a new role in town. In fact, it came out since though, but in case you might not have heard about it, there's something called prompt engineering. And guess how much these guys are in? $300,000. Sorry, just become a what? Prompt engineer. That's why I'm telling you that most of us are abusing ChatGPT the way we use it. When I tell someone, in fact, when I tell someone use ChatGPT, someone says it's not giving me what I want. And in my mind, I'm like, that means you are using it like Google. So there's a way you use this stuff that, in fact, it give you wrong answers and different things like that. So I'm just going to show you some tips and tricks that work for me in my industry, and you see how you can apply it in yours. And I'll do a demo. So $300,000 to be a prompt engineer. How crazy is that? Just to learn how to ask, how talking to ChatGPT is now one of the hottest tech jobs in the world. I would like to see a prompt engineer like someone that actually engages, actually. Yeah. All right. So now I've explained what a prompt is. Now let's look at the parts of a prompt. Now, there are 5 core parts for a prompt. You ask yourself, like, how do you like create a prompt basically? Because this is the core, this is the major thing that will help you to know how to talk to ChatGPT. Part of a prompt, you need to first define the role of ChatGPT, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm sure, maybe I don't want to bore you guys up with this screen too much. I'll soon go to the interface to show you how to set up and other things. Yeah. So you need to set the role. You need to tell it, give it the instruction, then ask the question. But let me not bore you with this thing. I'll show you all these things in real stuff. So let me go up now. Now this is a sample prompt. This is a sample interaction I had with ChatGPT this morning. So when I was trying to create a presentation, I was thinking, James, I think you need a nickname for this thing that you are starting. I don't know. So I don't know if I told you, but this whole community stuff is an experiment. Actually, I just
So, James, we can't hear you again. I think you muted your mic.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for that.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right, great. Yeah, Prince,
Okay.
please kindly make sure that I'm always unmuted. Thank you. All right, so I don't know where you start from, but basically I was talking about how do I come up with my nickname now. So I said I named myself the AI Brandsmith. Yeah, because I was thinking, I asked ChatGPT, what do you think? I think I need a nickname so that just to create a niche in this AI industry, something like that. And so this is a typical prompt interaction with it. So I asked him, hey bro, I'm looking for a creative nickname I can give myself as the host of the community. I now define who I am. I'm a brand and product designer that leverages ChatGPT and AI, blah blah blah. Can you give me suggestions? And he has to be memorable. That's a simple prompt. And see what my smart best friend just gave me as response. He actually gave me more response. I just got them. So he said, absolutely, here are some creative nicknames for you as the host of the community. GPT Design Wiz, Creative Bots Guru, the AI Brandsmith. So I saw like nine, and I number three just caught my attention, and he explained why it works. So this is something Google can do for you. I mean, just go to Google and tell can you give me some suggestions to like create? I need a name for my distance. GPT, Google is kind of like boring, kind of stress you. But see what ChatGPT did in a matter of minutes. Then and I said, yeah, awesome, I love it. And see his response. You're very welcome. I'm glad you love the name. It suits your role as a brand and product designer that leverages AI in your products perfectly. Embrace your new creative identity as it and shine. So that is just the simple act of prompting. So there's a resource I'll share with you guys, people in the community actually. Learnprompting.org. You can learn more about how to prompt basically. Honestly, 1 hour cannot solve this whole thing. There are a lot of things in my mind, but I just try to like make it to the core point. So now I get to the exciting part. Setting up ChatGPT. So for those who have not done this, you can just follow along basically. So if you are new and have not used ChatGPT before, just head over to chat.openai.com and log in your Google distance. So before I go to the live demo, ChatGPT has two versions. Let me just go there. Alright, so let me just assume I'm logged out. But I think you should be able to know. So go to chat.openai.com. Okay, sorry. I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry, let me share everything. Yeah. So go to chat.openai.com in case you have not used ChatGPT before. Chat.openai.com. Yeah. I don't know. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody that have not done this before? Can you just indicate? Let me know whether I should just go through. But basically simple. Just go to chat.openai.com. He also has an app. In case you don't know, ChatGPT has an app. No, like the official app. Because there are so many apps on the store that looks like it, but it's not. So look for the official one. You'll see it there. Just ChatGPT. So go to look for it on App Store. It's available, and I think it's even better on phone. I like it on phone. But yeah, so this is the interface. So I'm assuming that you have logged in and everything. So this is the interface. So some people do not know that ChatGPT has history, basically, and you can actually resume your chat with him. So as you can see on the left, these are some of my sessions I've had with ChatGPT. Like I said, I've had a lot of interactions and many, in fact, since ChatGPT was released, all my branding projects is actually for ChatGPT basically. So these are some of the interactions. So you have the ability to like resume a chat with it. For example, now let me just show you like what the interaction I had with it today for this session, like all the planning I did for the whole event. So this is the interaction I had this morning with ChatGPT. So I want to do a live tutorial session with a real client project to show creatives how to use ChatGPT to scale brand identity, provide with an outline for this tutorial. And yep, he gave me the outline, which is what I'm using today to present to you guys. So he gave me everything that I'm going to use, and I just followed along, and surprisingly, it's working slowly, and everything on the chat. So that is that is the interface. So you can have it here, and there are two modes. You have the ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. So I recently just subscribed to the ChatGPT 4, so which allows me to gain more access to it. So you can, if you want to learn more about ChatGPT 4, you can go to their website. You see what is capable with it, and it's just $20 basically to subscribe. And ChatGPT 4 is crazier. I'm still exploring it, and I'll be sharing you some update on what is possible with it. But actually, you don't really need ChatGPT 4 if you are just like still new. I mean, this can do almost everything you want. So I don't even see the need for 4 if you are not a deep user yet. So yeah. All right. So that's just a quick view of the whole platforms. So now let's go to I said I'll be doing a real demo today. on the platform today on this platform. So I'm going to show you how I use ChatGPT to complete a full branding project from start to finish. So that was actually the main purpose of the session. I was hoping I would just deal with a few people, mostly like designers, but looks like everybody wants to, again, maybe because I said it was free or something. So I'm surprised. So, yeah. So, but I'm going to show you, but hopefully you should be able to see how to use this thing to actually get the results you want. So ChatGPT was the creative director for this screenshot you're seeing here. These are just few of the projects. I mean, I've done a couple of projects with it, but ChatGPT was like the creative director for most of these projects. And one of my favorites, which is the one I'm currently, in fact, we're technically done, but almost done basically, is the community flex. So I would like to say a very big thank you to the founder because he gave me permission to be able to use this project as a case study for this session. Don't know whether he's here though. But so, anyways, he said I should share the link to his waitlist basically. So I'm going to share that with you guys now. I'm going to share that with you guys. So kindly just join the waitlist because in fact it's a marketing agency, but not your regular marketing agency. It's very crazy, very like dynamic brand. So I'm going to share the link with you guys. So I'm going to share. I'll go to the live demo. I was going to show you how I did this project now. So now this what you want to do here is kind of like interactive basically. Let me open and ChatGPT. So now I want to show you how I started the project that comes to play. So let me just open the whole chat that I had with it. So from there, you might just be getting some ideas for this thing. So when you are starting a project, basically, now this is like a little bit centered on like creative, basically. The normal procedure is to first gather information. But when you're starting any, yeah, please drop your questions in the chat section, and I promise, please let me know if there's any question. Yeah. So when you are starting a project basically, and this is not just to design project, any project, I don't know, I'm not in other field, so I'm speaking for myself. When I'm starting a project, basically you want to get the brief. You want to understand. You need to first understand what the problem is. Because if you know the problem, it's just like meeting an expert, someone that is very knowledgeable in the field. I want him to answer your question. You first need to know what the problem is before you can now ask your question. You get so first identify the problem. So how do I identify the problem? By first getting the brief from the client. So I'll just show you like just a daily brief. So you first get the brief from the client. That's the first thing. Before you go jump into a ChatGPT, you first get the brief. So this is like a basic brief. It does have the mission, the goals, and what the whole agency is about. So like in this case, Community Flex is a marketing agency that it's not a regular marketing agency because this one they have like artists and creatives. So it's actually a community that is a marketing agency to get. So it's a supportive community, and their mission is to empower clients and creatives to achieve their goals by creating a supportive community, basically that values learning, networking, and creativity. So basically, that is just this is the brief. So I know what I'm trying to do, and my goal is to create. In fact, it was a branding project. So it was, or let's say a branding project. The goal was to create a brand identity for this brand. Yeah, that involves logo, basically your logo, your colors, the typography, and other materials, social media, how you look at on social media, how do you think. So, but this document, as you can see here, just highlights like some of the things you get from a branding project. Now, what I'm trying to say, I know this might be a little bit abstract to some people. I'm trying my best to like make it generic to everyone, but yeah, I'm trying my best basically. But just try to hear me out. So this is like some of the things you expect from a branding project, like typography, color, like how everything is going to look like, the logo itself, how the logo is going to look like, and so the explanation, like how the logo is going to look like, basically some illustrations, how the character will look like, everything, all these things like this. You will not believe that it's ChatGPT that helped me to generate all this stuff. So it cannot be like hard to do, especially if you're a designer, because you understand the amount of work that goes into it, even the brand element and some other things. And so okay, social media, how do they look like on social media? How should they speak? How should they sound like? And all these kind of things. So it was through the help of ChatGPT that I was able to do this. So like I said, first thing is first make sure you understand the problem. Get your client brief or whatever, gather it. When you've gotten that, you know the problem. Now the next thing is just very simple. Come to ChatGPT, create a new chat. Now if you look closely, you see what I said. Now there's something called role prompting. Role prompting. So that's the next thing. So define ChatGPT role in that project. So that's the next thing you do for you to be able to use ChatGPT. Now you need to first tell it the role to be. So normally what people usually just do is go to ChatGPT and ask it what you want to ask it, like they're using Google. But you know that if you tell ChatGPT to act like someone and you now start asking a question as if it's that person, ChatGPT response will be way better than you just acting it directly. I don't know if you get my point there. I don't know if you get my point there. So sorry. Sorry, give me some seconds. Alright. So that's the first thing you do. So you need to first prime ChatGPT mind, because ChatGPT is something that can be manipulated. I don't know how to put it. You can manipulate it in a way to suit what you want. So for this project now, I needed someone to help me with. I needed someone to help me with thinking. So ChatGPT is the one that is thinking for me now. All I just need to do is what? Create. So I needed someone to help me with the thinking part of things, help me to think through this whole thing. So when I was given the brief, what I simply did was go to ChatGPT. I pasted that brief there. Now see it here. So I'm tasked to create it. I just told you my problem. You talk to it, it's just like if you're talking to someone that knows how to solve a problem. Like you go to a mechanic. Now you go, if you want to fix your car, you go to a mechanic because you're an expert. If you want to fix your table, you go to a carpenter because those are experts. Now in this case, imagine you have one person that is expert of all, like he knows all the different fields basically. So you cannot ask it any question. But the problem is that if you don't specify its role in that thing, the kind of answers it will give you will not be as refined as you now telling it that, okay, bro, you are this. I want you to help me solve this as this person. Now, this is what I did. So in this case now, I needed someone called a brand strategist. I needed someone called a creative director. I needed someone that is a copywriter. For me to run a brand project, there are so many roles I need to play. If it's a big project, I can hire multiple people. But if it's not a big project, then I'm have to work on it alone. So I need those people. And to be a little bit tasking if I'm doing all those things by myself. So I need extra hand. And that extra hand is what? ChatGPT. So I'm very sorry, copywriters, and so there are some roles that if care is not taken, if you don't leverage ChatGPT, you'll be replaced. Already, I've kind of like replaced the person I work directly as a copywriter. I use ChatGPT to generate my copies. So yeah. So you'll be replaced if you are not careful. So you need to know how to leverage these tools to serve you. So now, what I do is I prompt it. I tell it, okay, I am tasked to create a brand identity for a marketing agency called Flex. Here's some information about the brand. I paste the information there. See, don't be scared to even put, even if it's a very large document, don't be scared to put it. Trust me, I don't know how this thing does it, but in a matter of 3 seconds, he has gone through the whole document and give summary of that document and give you the information you want. I was able to help me to draft out the whole strategy for this whole thing. I was like, oh my god. And the first time I did this, I was like, I'm not sure this thing will actually answer me. I did it, I was mind blown. I now went the next step to go further. So now see the response. So yeah, you now say, yeah, I understand the information you have provided, blah blah blah, and you said you can help me. So now I say, okay, let's begin. So you see, the first step here is what? You first prime it or give it the brief or the question, or like prime it, or first tell it, okay, ChatGPT, I want you to be my, for example, okay, you're having a problem in finances. You can make ChatGPT to help solve that problem. Just tell it, oh, ChatGPT, I want you to be my financial advisor for today for my business. All right. You send it. ChatGPT now becomes what? I don't know how it does it, but automatically the brain or whatever it is, it just changes his role and becomes a financial director just for that particular prompt. Next thing, you start asking it your questions. Now the answers will give you now very, very refined. So that's what I did for you. So now, so let's begin to provide me with creative direction for this project. So now you can be getting ideas on how to talk to this thing. Don't be scared to like ask it any question. You might think that it will not answer you, that it's not that intelligent to answer you the way you might want it. But the thing is that as you keep on asking it questions, it is able to understand you better. So in this case now, some of the things I need is when I ask for creative directions, because that's the next thing I need to start the project. I need to know some information about the brand. Based on that thing now, I ask for creative direction. It tells me how to design the logo itself. Look at it. Create a dynamic and versatile logo that embodies the essence of community flex. Consider using bold typography and incorporating elements that represent collaboration, networking, and creativity. And that was just exactly what I wanted for this project. I was able to know that that's what I'm looking for. That's why I said this is too intelligent, and I don't know why it's free, honestly. So you see, it's able to even identify how that brand should be portrayed. Don't also think that this thing cannot be used. In fact, in UI design, I'm also a product designer. I also use it for product design projects. Yeah, product design project. Yeah, like you want to just create a website and you don't know how it should be, and the client give you the brief. I don't know how to go about it. ChatGPT, just ChatGPT. So now he gave me the idea for the color and everything. Said colors can be bright and energetic, reflecting the vibrant culture of Nigeria and Africa. Yeah, so it can be bright and energetic, and exactly that is exactly what I'm looking for. So if you look at the results, so I'll be showing you. I will have like love to like be typing some things and be showing you like this and I'll show you how it reflected on the design. But see now, so that's what you just gave me there about the Google is one thing. It's not enough, honestly. It's not enough, but that is the starting point. That's creative direction. That's what I asked for. Color palette. He gave me the colors for the brand: orange, yellow, red, and complementary color like blue and green. Ah, and surprisingly, that's what I just used. And the truth is that even normally on my own, I didn't use it. Those were the things I was actually looking at. So if you look through the brand, this thing, you see those are some of the colors. Those are some of the colors I selected, and he explains to you even why those colors are actually appropriate for the brand: orange, red, yellow, green, and blue. And you see this little right up here. So I'm just trying to show you the behind the scene. I'm trying to be very raw with you how far this thing can go. It's actually the one that helped me to generate the content for this whole document. So if the possibilities are endless. So now for typography, it says select a modern and clean typeface for the brand. Consider using this. Ensure that your brand fonts are versatile and used across multiple displays. Image style. It says I should use authentic and diverse images that represent creativity and cultural richness of Africa. And now look at the results. If you look at the result, so let me open the document here. So look at the result, how I was able to use most of these things. So this document is called a brand guideline, and that I actually use ChatGPT to generate everything for this brand guideline. Now it was based on my whole discussion with the whole brand. Remember, it all started from a simple brief. From there, it kept on expanding, and I started asking some more questions. So you can see, I was able, with that information, I was able to like draft all the information that the brand needs to like portray itself properly. And he also, in fact, now let me show you the fun part of this stuff. Another very exciting part: how I came up with this logo concept. how I came up with the logo concept with ChatGPT because I was not very sure on what direction to go. I had so many ideas. So he also give me information on the marketing materials, so many other things. Tagline. See the tagline also. A committee hosting committee. Okay, that was given in the brief. Voice and tone of the brand. Develop a brand voice that is friendly, inclusive, and knowledgeable. And all. So let's go to the logo concept. Like I said, I'm a brand designer, product designer, so definitely I'll be talking in areas that are specific to my industry. As time goes on, we'll probably explore. I don't know how it's going to look like, but we'll probably explore other fields because I'm sure there are many people here that also like use ChatGPT, at least the way I've used it to an extent. Please, can I get a reaction if people like that have used at least to an extent? Yeah. Can I get a reaction? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. Great. Great to hear. All right. So now the logo concepts. Now this is now. I did not believe. I know normally this thing cannot actually draw for you, but do you know that ChatGPT has the ability to like let me show you something. I don't know. This thing is just so overwhelmed. Like it's too good to be true. You know the excitement in me when I'm talking ChatGPT about to someone because it's so crazy. So now see what happened. I this was the brief. This was it. Okay, I said okay. Now love the creative direction. Now let's dive deeper into the logo concepts. Now I've understood where I'm coming from, how the brand is going to feel like basically. Now I want to design the logo. So normally the normal process for me to go and start sketching and go online on Google and look for inspiration and things like that. I don't need to do that again. But I mean you can do that to an extent, but you can start from here. So ChatGPT gave me the ideas for this thing. He said, okay, considering the agency mission and goals, here are some ideas and concepts you can explore. You see, he's still using that brief. So the more information you describe to this guy, the more he's able to answer you. The problem is that most of us we just give you one line of text and expect it to now generate a lot of things that will make sense. I mean, imagine you're talking to a professional, he just telling me you don't go in depth to your problem. It will just give you answer based on that line of text now. So if you go in depth, you're able to expand and go a lot. So now, this was how I created that logo. He told me about using collaborative symbols. That was one option. People joining hands, puzzle fitting there because that's community now. If you hear anything community, you might think, okay, the logo will look like people join their hands together. But no, it's already I did not use that because it's a common thing. You go online check for community logo, you see people joining hand, or you see something like a puzzle fitting together, or you just try to understand how community logo look like. So it was too abstract. So the second concept said experiment with bold and modern typography for the name. Play with different lettering styles and a custom letter form, the lowercase to create a distinctive logo. To reflect the agency. I took that. You see how I took that. Then vibrant colors. I took the color inspiration. Graphical elements. He said I should use subtle illustrations and simplify icons such as writing, music, and all those kind of things, which is what I use in the whole thing. So basically, he gave me the stuff. So now, see what I said. Now, please, can you be taking note of some of the ways I'm responding to you? You see, I'm talking to it like a natural. It's as if I'm engaging a normal discussion with like a creative director. Let's say I'm in a company, a branding agency. I'm talking with my team. So yeah, I like this idea that you're talking about. But the problem is, see what I said now. But my problem is that what should I use as my base font to create the logo? I'm giving more suggestions on logo design. See, he started giving me some ideas for the fonts. But yeah, I didn't like the font suggestions though, so I had to just go and check for some more. Then additional logo design suggestions. He started giving me what ideas, letter integration. So now I said play with the letter K and F. So now let me show you how I came about it. That's what brought about this. You can see the K and F. You can see the K and F. So I'm telling you that this thing is crazy. I don't know how to even provide specifically, but you just need to know how to ask this stuff question. So quickly, I'm going to just try to move faster. So is it content problem you are having? ChatGPT can also help you to create content. Are you trying to plan an event? ChatGPT can help you plan an event from start to finish. Are you trying to start a business? Trust me, ChatGPT can help you start a business. For example, this community stuff now could be a business. I don't know where it's going to, but it could be a business. But so that's just an idea basically. But so the possibilities are endless. You just need to know how to ask ChatGPT questions. So, for example, now there was another case where my client was making inquiry, wanted to ask me a question based on what I designed, and I was not sure how to answer it. I simply just went to ChatGPT. I copied the question, like full question that the client asked me. Like it was someone asked me, how can I use the brand pattern on my marketing materials? I just copied the question and pasted it there. ChatGPT gave the perfect response. I copied it back and pasted it to the client. Client was surprised, like, wow, this is like this is very very mind blowing. So ChatGPT can make you look smart. Meanwhile, maybe you might not be that knowledgeable, but the ChatGPT can act like you are actually very intelligent. So nobody cares how it's done. Just make sure that it's done. That is it. That's how it is. Just make sure that that job is done. So if you are, I don't know if you are someone that is in a role in your company that you are performing multiple roles and it's kind of overwhelming. Maybe your boss says you do something. The first thing you always say is you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to do it. You can actually do all those things. Just need to know how to ask the right questions from ChatGPT. So stop always saying no sometimes to some tasks that your boss gives you in the company because you are made to do this particular role. Now you are performing multiple roles. With ChatGPT you can be able to do that. So there's a lot of stuff. I'll be sharing. I can share this link to you guys. This link to my chat with this. So what I don't want you to get from here some prompts, some ideas, because that is where the problem is. So it took a lot of time for me to understand and know the best way to talk to this guy that will give me a proper response that will help me in the project. For this is another project basically. I'm not like just going to show you like, but this one was really this one was worse because every single thing, like every single thing, it's said all the text, all the write up, how to arrange the fast, everything was from ChatGPT. The vision statement, mission statements, the brand values, all these contents based on the brief I just gave it. So yeah, give me all these things one by one. Just the copy and paste because I obviously remember it's not just that you rely on it alone. You have to remember it is you have to include your own creativity with it. So it has saved me the time because the amount of time it take me for me to like do proper research, like do research to like get all this information. It's going to take a longer time, but with ChatGPT, it's fast and reducing the time to create your brand persona, how your brand look like as a human being and things like that. This logo was purely thanks to ChatGPT. I knew what I wanted. I just told it, bro, this is what I want. How do you think I can design this logo? Because I'm not very good at sketching, actually, not very, very good at sketching. ChatGPT helped me to come up with the concept and I just go and actualize it. So you can see there. So all this information usage guideline like how to use the logo, for example. So I'm just talking based on my own field of expertise. Yeah. So and showing me okay some do's and don'ts like how not to use your logo on guideline because some different brands have different way of using their brand asset and things like that. So all those things basically. Now I was also thinking of patterns for the brand. I use ChatGPT also. Hey, so I think I need some brand element that the brand can be using aside the logo just to like reinforce the brand identity. And I went to ChatGPT and he gave me some ideas. He told me actually I can use a tree ring. He told me I can use a speak up. So this thing is crazy. And I didn't know how it's going to be used basically. And I asked it, okay, how will I be able to use this thing in design? He gave me some ideas on how to use it in design. I also use this thing for creating videos. I also do videos too, so motion graphic video. So okay, I think we're having questions. Yeah, I don't know. We're almost done with the whole thing. So please just keep your question. We're going to start receiving questions. So for videos, you can also use to create a script for your video A to Z. I use this for one video for all of my clients actually from beginning to end. I can if you check my Behance portfolio, you see the video and the case study how I in fact from start to finish how I created the storyboards like each scene, one scene, two scene, three scene, four scene, five to the last scene. because I did not know how that was going to look like. ChatGPT was just giving me ideas and things like that. So there are so many things that this thing can do. Image style, okay, like here now, all this whole page was ChatGPT inspired because I was not, sometimes you have to work with multiple people to get the job done. So ChatGPT, I just work with him and tell him what I want and he gives me the information. So I was like, okay, how can this brand make use of their images? What type of images should this brand make use of? And he gave me all the information there. So as you can see, all this text. So copywriting, I'm sorry guys, if you're a copywriter, you need to like know how to use ChatGPT. Else, people that know how to use ChatGPT might replace you. But people that don't know how to use ChatGPT will still need your services definitely. There are people that don't have the like don't even like exploring things like this, and I don't blame them. But honestly, in this age, this is like another advantage for you. So build applications, everything the ChatGPT inspired. So the possibilities are endless. Basically, that's just what I'm trying to say. All right, so okay, that brings us to the end of the session. So this session has been recorded for further purposes. So I'll be sharing some resources in the group chats later on so that you guys can like get some ideas, some more ideas on this thing. So I would like you to check this. Let me just show it to you. So in case you are a developer or something like that, so check out learnprompting.org. Okay, some people are asking questions. Um, yes, you have to create an account on the app. So it's just simple as signing up with Google. Now, if you're a blog writer, almost your job has been settled with ChatGPT. You can literally, like now, I'm thinking of already generating a blog for this whole session. How I use ChatGPT for my project. I'll just tell it what I want and it generates it for me, and I'll just proofread and upload. It's as simple as that. Blogging has never been this easy with ChatGPT. In fact, most blogs I see today, some people are using ChatGPT. So check out learnprompting.org for more information. For more information. So please, you guys can do well to like just check out my page on Behance and Linktree, so that you can just follow those things. So I basically like sharing stuff on AI and how to use it. I don't know the future of the community. Like I said, it's an experiment. So it's based on you guys' feedback. I'll be trying to provide more information.